Respected taxpayers, I did a poll too. Over 150 people said y'all are corrupt. What a web we weave. Welcome to the Midland sewer. What Midland taxpayers keep getting is the polished version while the ugliest facts get left out. A recent local write-up from a fake news reporter tried to clean up the optics on Elvie Brown's church project, but it left out the fee waivers. Recent local write-up tried to clean up the optics, and it left out over $50,000 in waived fees. That is not a footnote. That is the story. That is the part people are mad about, and Brown's own explanation made it worse, not better. He said this project was being pursued before he even got on the MDC board. If you wanted that land before you got on the board, then later sat on the board while the project kept moving, people are going to see that for what it looks like. Bad optics at best, insider help at worst. Then you look at the wider pattern. Roundup's own website lists John Norman as its founder and executive director. Scharbauer Foundation identifies Dan Hord as board chair. Omni's own release identifies Dan Hord as part of the local partner side of the hotel through HEDLOC and Midland Downtown Renaissance. Maybe I'm missing something, but this is what regular people in Midland are seeing. Dan Hord is not some random bystander around this Omni deal. Omni's own release identifies him as a partner of this investment company. MRT reported HEDLOC was founded by him and Jack Harper, with one of his investments being the Omni Midland Hotel. At the same time, Scharbauer Foundation says Dan Hord is its board chair. Now, here's where people start raising an eyebrow. Scharbauer Foundation's 2025 annual report shows Roundup Inc. received $2 million+ from them to John Norman's nonprofit. No wonder Norman didn't see a conflict of interest with waiving the MDC board members' $50,000 fee there. There are some names Midland residents keep seeing around nonprofit money, foundation power, hotel money, and public decisions. That is why people think this city runs on relationships first and transparency second. And then there's the Omni deal. Legal problems with the Type A corporation, and this is for not for a deal with the hotel, but I want to get to Tommy, so I got to hurry up. The comptroller says basically this is for Type B projects. Y'all funded a Type A project. That's illegal, and it should be shut down. Tommy Gonzalez, Midland's own ordinance, says the city manager is supposed to devote all of his working time and attention to the affairs of the city. Yet, public records are reporting showing that he consults in Pecos and Kermit, while Midland taxpayers are paying for a full-time city manager. Pecos has already reportedly paid him over $200,000 since 2024, and Kermit approved a professional consulting service agreement with him in 2025. So does Midland's rule mean what it says, or is it a rule only for everybody else? That is a pattern people are sick of. Half-truths, overlapping names, public money, lowering private risk, flexible rules for the connected. And if there are any real journalists left in Midland, get with me and get with my Facebook group, Defend Midland. We have articles, we have records, we have proof, not just pretty headlines. We need people